All right, greetings. All right, this is do messages and then go into the Q&A. What's that one? Here we go. Greetings to you, it's Archangel Gabriel. Blessings. Yes, there is a new age with humanity, of course, every day of awakening. Of course, not everything is noticed. Some of you are having your own awakenings. As you discover more of yourself, the earth does feel it. Doesn't mean that everyone's bringing it to there. So as you discover something about you, others can be tapped on the shoulder also to discover more about themselves. It's kind of like a domino effect. Some can reject it, many do. Not everyone. So you're all working together and you're awakening, of course. So some feel you have to be out in the public like this, and you don't. Not at all. It's just a vibration. Like you want truth to be said in the public arena. Somebody will pick up on it eventually, and you know, say what you've been picking up on, basically channel knowledge that you are bringing in. So it's just a universal internet, you can say. It's a consciousness. Human consciousness is opening itself up. So that's what opens you up more to telepathic abilities and more of just getting you used to a new age that you're going into. It's not an easy one, of course not, but as you pass the test, sometimes it gets easier. It all depends, but you're to open up others. It's all about opening up yourself, but also opening up others in some form or another. So just continue in your ways, of course. Blessings. Greetings. We are the Arcturians. We are, yes, the collective. Yes, there are, of course, new energies coming in. Timelines are being activated, unlike usual. Their energy source, yes, your government is going through your government systems are going to face themselves eventually, meaning that they can't hide everything from you. As more of your collective wants to know more they have to reveal that they've been keeping hidden for so long. Yes, there's human trafficking vibrations that are going on. And some humanity is having difficulties with that one, of course. Well, they don't see it, but many of you are finding a way to bring it into light. So that you can say that's part of the war on astral also, is to how to bring information in where it doesn't disturb things too much, but it's just an ease awakening, maybe not easy, but just a way for humanity to digest what's to come, what's going on their planet. Because a lot of these mysteries need to be awakened for more mysteries to be solved. So human trafficking, of course, is a big blockage there, of course. There's a lot of hurt souls there, of course. Of course, there's many here that are going through their own. So the beings that are causing much of this are feeling your energies of wishing to end much of this. So just continue to do what you are doing. So blessings. Greetings to you. Where are the Atlanteans? Blessings to you all. Yes, our presence has never truly left this earth. We are, yes, learning from you as you are learning from us. Well, you learn from us of your highest potential. Of course, there's more potential you can go towards. There's much of a fight of where humanity was going to go, of what humanity truly was. What if it even had to be a human here to begin with? There was many other species that could have been part of your Earth, but the human, yes, is the most complex, and the one that can dive deeper into this Earth's core, basically, to learn about it. So, yes, you're unsurfacing many beings that are here, alien energies that are not human, that are causing difficulties here. Some are reptilian, but some are insectoid, and a lot of that the unraveling is what you're doing at this time. It is uneasy. It is something that you might see in your fantasy movies and all that, but a lot of these beings it's being shown to you. It's up to you how far you want to go into it. So we're here to also answer your questions whenever you're ready.
No, greetings, Atlanteans.
Greetings to you.
Blessings. Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Up first this evening, we give God Logan.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
My first question tonight is, last night I had a dream where I was either passing over or, like, dead, and there were other beings with me, and I remember being frustrated that I couldn't pass over, and then suddenly I did start to pass over, and my soul, what I assumed to be my soul or higher self, was talking to me. I'd just like to know if I can get any messages from my higher self about this dream.
Well, it just seems like you're testing things out. What it feels like to exit. I don't believe you're planning on exiting, but it was just to understand it better, what other souls are going through. So it was, and also how it would work with you in the future when you choose to do so. So it's basically you'd be able to see the exit points of other people also. I believe you also assist with souls to cross over, what I can see. So
Yeah, I feel that.
for you to understand it yourself is to help others, because you can take your energy, connect it with someone else's, and they can pass. You can say pass through your energy, basically, the spirit.
Thank you. My second question is, are there any messages from the Lyrans that I'm connected with?
Well, I see them battling with each other still. Humans think they have problems. So they cause a lot of trouble for themselves. So you came here to resolve some of their issues here in your own light. So you've done, it's just they have a lot of, they don't get along with a lot of other species. Not usually. It depends. So you're warning about the species they don't get along with. Because even Lyrians don't get along with each other. So that's what you're here to with that resolve. At least to assist with it in some form or another. I mean, there's a lot of infighting with a lot of these alien species, and Lyrians got. I think there's more there than the reptilians, actually.
Jeez.
Well, you see, cats, they don't always get along with each other, so. I'll let you connect with that, though.
All right. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I have Omran's questions. His first question: can you read the energies of years for me and what comes my way?
Just see a new job, possibly a new place to live. We do see the Star of David. You understanding that? At least it's very connected to Anunnaki. I feel that maybe one day when you'll dive more into that, you feel like you're very connected to that energy, especially its connection to the Bible. So it has something to do with your origins, also. I can see. Well, your past lives. I know you're talking about the future, but your past lives you've been born on holidays, religious holidays.
Okay, thank you. His second question: I have been meditating with four Martian angels from the Solomonic magic. They are called Arturiel, Ashiel, Bartzakiel, and Madimiel. Can they give me any messages?
It seems like you're renewing your DNA, creating new timelines that you don't necessarily have to see, but you know you're going in the right direction. Timelines that are basically information timelines is what you're truly tapping into. Information about yourself, information about this world and others, other worlds that you're connected to, where you have a strong connection to that you have not quite revealed just yet. So the Martian energy is helping you discover that in some form or another. There is a yellow star you're very connected to. Not saying where it is, but it said it has a connection to Jupiter in another reality. Blessings.
Blessings, thank you. Up next, we've got Daria.
Hello,
Greetings to you.
greetings. Any messages for me
But yes,
would be
you
nice.
discovered much of your your mission talent. Your mission is unraveling itself a little bit more than it has in the past. I believe you will go much deeper into it, where you will start to get more visions and just more even names of people actually. They're involved with the situation that you're researching. So it'll just come to you from what I can see, or visions of it.
Human trafficking and child trafficking,
Yeah.
basically. It's what I'm have been doing for months.
Mhm.
Maybe a lifetime, or even more. Yes, so that's a good thing. Any other messages that can be like a 3D oracle forecast?
One moment. For life situation, well, it'll probably be about
Yeah,
the same what
I
it's
mean,
already been. You don't see much difference there. Um, you might travel somewhere different, possibly. We do see. Doesn't mean that you'll be going there physically, but we do see France energy. Maybe you'll meet someone that's from France, something like that. Something French connection is there somewhere. So might be somewhere in your future. That's saying when, but there is a French energy that is connecting to you recently.
cool. Well, that's cool. Anyways, thank you, and
Yep.
have a cool channeling with this group.
Of course, blessings.
Good night.
Thank you. Up next, we've got Silverclaw.
Hi there.
Greetings.
Greetings. um, who is this being channeled?
The Atlanteans.
Atlanteans. Okay, thank you. My first question: would you recommend getting dental insurance to fix my feet, my teeth, or do you think it won't cost that much if I just pay up front?
No, yeah, I should probably get. Yeah, insurance is probably a good idea when you feel
Okay.
comfortable.
Like, do you think like I could just speak with them, or would I have to shop around?
Shop around.
Okay, I'll try and look for something. Okay. My next question. I know someone that sounded like they wanted to buy the plants I'm growing. It's been a while since I spoke to them, to this person, and I want to know if they would be interested in still, maybe buying a couple plants for me, like frequently.
I feel like it would be an infrequent situation. I mean, for now, it'll be like every now and then, and maybe down the road it might increase. But for right now, they're not looking to get too deep into it, from what I can say.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. Well, those were my questions. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Thanks to you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Stephen.
Hello, Atlanteans.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you for coming in. Much love. Yes, since y'all are here, I would love if you could tap into my Atlantean energies and whatnot, and see if you can maybe uh pick one of the lifetimes or the lifetime I was there, and maybe just know a little more about it, history, maybe from the beginning, just something that you can pick up. Thank you.
We do have a lot of connections to Lemuria. There's also a Lemurian cross. That was before it's been used for religious reasons. It was used for sending energy to others. The cross had a positive energy, and so it was taken over by religions. So, of course, with many, even the swastika also had a positive vibration. Actually, even that has Lemurian connections. Babylon, but Lemurian also. So the cross is just energy that you're connected to. Basically, it's just think of it as like in a crystal form. It just basically is taking one crystal and putting it with another one and just sending out more energy out to the earth. So it was just, was, of course, now it has a religious energy around it. So they're controlling what it was purposed to be altogether. Basically, it's there to heal the land. Like I say, it was never there to put anyone on it. So it's been turned around throughout history. So a lot of these symbols have been misused greatly. So as you dive in, the Atlantean being scientist energy is what I can say, genetic scientists. You're very connected to frogs. Yeah, you had a lot of amphibian connections in your past.
Yeah, on that when you're talking about the cross thing, I felt like I had two different wands like energies, and then I would put them together in a cross like pattern, and then that would intensify and shoot energies. Is that like
Yes,
kind of like what you're saying? Yeah,
exactly.
definitely felt that. Thank you. Second question is, I'll just leave it open. Connect with any energies, any aspects of mine in this universe that wish to come through and have a message. Thank you.
Well, yeah, as an alien energy, yes, you're very connected to the Neanderthal also. Of course, there's a lot of hidden energies around the Neanderthal. There is a lot of Martian vibrations connected to it. There's a lot of Jupiter, Venus energies connected to it also. Of just basically it was basically a being of knowledge. It was like an Akashic record being, basically. It was just gathering information about the planet. Kind of like a drone, but not exactly, but just like an animal, but a different type of animal. To live life a little bit differently than the rest. So it's like, yeah, you're a precursor to the modern human, but you're very connected to those energies of basically, if like an alien energy would go to a planet, you would scan, and you would go to the Neanderthals and scan their energy and see what they've been involved with. So, like, leave the Earth for a while, come back, things like that. So, I don't think it would live with them. Some. I don't think any alien lived with them technically. Some incarnated to be with them. So, all right, blessings.
Thanks so much. Blessings.
Very interesting. I was seeing like Sasquatch while you were talking about Neanderthals and being Akashic kind of beings. Very cool. All right. Up next, I have Braden's questions. He asked me to read. His first question: are there any messages from me?
Yeah, I just see a lot of timelines he's releasing from the past. So this year's the next year should be a much better year, more clear vision of the future. Doesn't mean it'll be completely clear, but next year, of course, you're going into this year. But this year is a build up for next year. So this year, a lot of transitions and changes. For the positive, I can see, of course, there's going to be challenges. It won't be this world without a challenge, but it's like your next year will be definitely very different than what you have today, but in a better way. You know, just have more of an understanding where things are heading. So, blessings.
Okay, thank you. The second question: are there any messages from the tall whites? Thank you.
Well, the tall whites help you break free of old lifetimes. Old, even when you're within a alien species, they sometimes arrive to take you out of, like, if you're a Palladian, eventually the tall whites come to take you from there when things aren't working out as you thought it would. It's like you mentally tap into them, and then they appear and you go with them off planet. So it's been something you've done many lifetimes. It's been canine lifetimes where just nothing seems to work. Of course, many would like to have that here on this world, but the other realities are a little bit different. But yeah, they've been there for you every time. Just things are just not. You try and try to make things work, and it just don't. And tall whites come to start a new life with them. So,
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Kathleen.
Hello, Arcturians. How are you?
yes, greetings. Doing well. Or
Good.
Atlanteans, I believe.
Atlantean? Okay, good.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me know. I have a problem with my van. It's leaking coolant into somewhere. I mean, it's losing coolant, and I
Mhm.
think it's a engine problem. So my question is it time to change it, or
Well, it feels like it's a radiator problem. Might just have to get that replaced. We don't normally answer car problem situations.
Okay, I found anyway. Probably, if you can answer this, if I found a car which has a unusual low mileage. Do you feel it might be a good?
Yes, I feel like it would work out well.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Colette. Colette may be having some technical issues. If she wants to type her questions out, I can read them for her. So for the time being, we'll move on to James.
Oh, hello.
Yes, greetings.
Hey, you telling me who's been around me lately? Yeah, a message for me.
Ariel, Archangel Ariel has been around. A lot of Arcturian energies have been around you also. It's been Lemurian vibrations help you concentrate on what you're here for. Lemurian energy is here for you to heal your timeline, for you to help you focus on the now, but of course the future also. So the Lemurians are releasing a lot of tension you've had with this Earth, it seems. So that's connected to like a mermaid energy, things like that. Need a connection there, but the Lemurian vibration is very strong with you. Blessings.
I see. Why do I keep having dreams and visions of like Colorado, the mountains? Like I saw myself like in like a house in Aspen, and there's a woman there. Is that like me, or was that an alternate timeline?
Yeah, it was an alternate timeline. Yes. Yeah. That was an alternative Earth. Yes. Where you live in a totally different life. I believe you're a musician in that life. But yeah, your life was totally different than where you're living right now. And there's like 17 other versions of Earth that you're connected to that's working with you here. And of course, you have more than that, but I see 17 that's really you're really working with now. Now those numbers can always change and fluctuate. But that Colorado energy is just always there to bring you inspirations here to calm this timeline too, because you're happier there and you're doing decently here. But that's bringing just a new vibration here to release a lot of tension the world's going through at this time. So, blessings.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings, Atlanteans.
Greetings to you.
My first question is a dream as well, which was in 3 parts. I was downtown and I had a carpet, and I was wanting to go watch something on TV. Sorry, to preface it, I'd done a meditation on, finding my life's purpose before that. I fell asleep to that, and so then this dream popped up. And so downtown, trying to find going up to an office, and I said, "Oh, I don't have an access card, so I can't do that." Okay, fine. Then it transferred to, I was climbing up with the carpet and then going, "Oh shoot, and then there were some people following me, and I was going, "Oh rats, I don't want to fall, but okay, fine, I'll continue this." And then I managed to get to the wherever it was, oh, okay, I made it. So I was going, yes. I was all pleased with myself having to actually I didn't wake up, or I didn't out of fear. I actually made it. So I was going, remember that. And then it transferred to, I was then homeless, and I was stroking this cat, this very old and ugly cat, but lovingly for a long time. And then this woman showed up and complaining about being kicked out of her boyfriend's place, and I was sitting there crying. I was having to tell her, well, okay, she's talking about, oh, he thinks I'm an addict and stuff, and I was saying, well, okay, if you're shooting drugs, it may be that you are an addict. So I didn't know how to tell her that. So my question is, given what I had meditating on, is that my future, that I'm supposed to become homeless?
No, that was the homeless one was giving advice. So it was there to put your focus on that you're here to give advice to certain souls. So look at it that way. So they made you homeless so you can strip away everything around you, so you can focus on that one thing, get your attention. So the magic carpet, I believe, is just, that was the transition into that. The homeless was more the message, basically. So you're transitioning, and so if you do other dreams like that, yeah, you'll see a carpet that'll take you somewhere, is what I can see with that.
Okay.
So, and you're moving up the building or the level, so you're going up the levels of why you're here. So you can visualize it. The building is basically you. I mean, you can say everybody's you, but the building is definitely you.
Okay.
So you're just so it's just a simple. Well, you also really see the little things in life, the little small details. People feel like they're so insignificant, but they truly are. People go into their awakening, and they're just like, oh, I don't know why I'm doing this, and nothing's happening. My aliens aren't here. And it's just the little details that you do in your life just matter so much. But people don't think anything of it.
If I can say one thing about this whole journey, is that noticing the little, it can be so subtle, like little tiny things that mean nothing and are just this little reminder, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it's not these groundbreaking, it's not like movies. It's not like where the violence start. It's just like, oh, I just did this different than I used to do, or I realized it's like, it's really nice. Subtle. The other question is actually more about you guys, like, because you guys were here before us. You were human, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you guys went too far with not knowing enough darkness, apparently, and that's why we're here now, trying to get through this darkness.
Not all of us. Some Atlanteans, this is what we're gonna bring up in our intro, but then come through. But there's a fight among Atlanteans. Some brought in too much darkness. I mean, some of it. I mean, it was just we were unbalanced as a group. Of course, your world is pretty unbalanced, also, but we didn't always get along with each other, and so some of us were willing to open up to our darkness, but do it in a gradual way. But others just went completely dark.
Okay. And
just wanted everything for themselves. So it was inevitable for Earth to go into the direction that and it has a lot to do with this planet itself, just the vibration, just so different than other worlds too. So this world has a lot of tension already built into it. So as you know, you're here. You feel like even trying to have a good day, your mind's it's just so hard to have even that. So you find a problem with everything. It's like, what is this place? And it was like that back then too. It just wasn't as harsh as it is now, but it just has the energy about it that was very unusual. That even we, of course, we had civilizations that were peaceful for very thousands of years actually. So, but when the human became more, your version of human became more, the darkness just flew right in, and yeah, we couldn't handle it all. So, a lot
Yeah,
of
well,
left because the darkness was getting too much for him. So,
well, we're I don't know if we're doing a good job, but
well, you're still here, so that says a lot.
we're still very true.
Surviving a lot. The human race is still a human race. There's still a population here, so that's a lot to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The world is still
Very true.
functioning, even if it's dysfunctional, but it's still
Yep,
functioning.
we're still alive.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Blessings. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you for that. Up next, I have Colette's questions. Her first question: I had a new visitation during meditation last week. Was very expansive of heart and field, and I'd like to know who was it and how was their and what was their purpose.
Feels like it was a spirit guide connecting to you. We get a female energy, like a archangel type of spirit guide. They're there to heal your fear. Now, the name of this guide is up to you, but it's a female guide that's assisting, has wings, things like that. So just healing the fear of the unknown. So you're going deeper into yourself, as you know. So it's just there to guide you. That's all. Blessings.
Yeah, very nice, thank you. Her second question: having an electrical issue with my car. It started up at the same time as I was getting upgrades. How can I resolve this issue with the car? It's acting wonky.
I believe you're doing this already. Stones, different crystals. Yeah, your vibration is so. Yeah, it's you can stall a car out very easily. So a moldavite we suggest, but that's up to you what you feel is right. But experiment with different types of stones that are ground your like. Let the stone pull in your energy. Moldavite's pretty powerful. Um, it's just what works for you. You can also just have a stone with you. It's like I'm sending my energy to my stone so my car can start or work properly. So, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Kathleen. He has one more question.
Yes, hello.
Yes, free.
Yeah, I experience some symptoms in like my body, but mild symptoms. And when I tune into them, it feels more like it feels like my body is changing. It's not actually like an illness or something. Can you confirm? Is there any such thing?
Well, yeah, you're connecting more to you're going more fourth dimensional. What it feels like. So you're becoming more sensitive to the reality that you're in. So it might feel like it's body symptoms, and technically it is, but it's more astral. So yeah, it feels like you're letting go of your body. You're not as strong with your body as you used to be. So you're going in and out of it.
And how does this translate into those symptoms?
Well, it might feel like you have aches and pains, and you feel like you're sick.
Okay.
So, all right.
Okay.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. He's having technical issues on his end over there too.
Yes.
Up next, we have Christy's questions. I'll read for her. Her first question: my aunt has a male orange tabby cat. She named Trouble. She wants to give me and Hayden, but I'd like to know what is his galactic origins.
Well, trouble is trouble, but not for you. Yeah, he's a high-ranking Lyran. Kind of a very headstrong, likes to get things his way. I believe it's a male. Very connected to Zetas, so he has a way of like pushing Zetas away, or those that are causing trouble. Let's put it that way. So he kind of fights them off. So those that are the troublemakers. So I believe that's definitely happening for a reason. So.
Okay, thank you. Her second question. I drew a reptilian sitting at a table with me and an underwater base. Are these places I currently visited, or a secret space agency, or a secret space energy?
Yes, it does seem like for a secret space, underwater seems to be a place where you feel the most safe for a conversation. Deep underwater, not to say where, but well, where I guess is Antarctica. And nobody's gonna find you there anyway. Yeah, it's probably Antarctica. Or you can say also in the ice of Antarctica if you want to go there. So, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Liz.
Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings. So I got two questions. What kind of frequency is around me? Because I feel like I'm craving to eat meat now, and I'm not really a meat eater. Is my body needing something, or
Well, it seems like you're connected to more 5D energies. I believe it feels like your soul is going outside your body more, so the meat is just there to ground you.
To ground me.
Keep you in. Yeah, keep you there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've been getting more astral recently, more than usual. So it's just been. You also feel like you've been needed in more places. So your body's taking on a lot of energy. Like if you're going astral a lot, your body needs more energy to function, it seems. So I mean, the meat is just temporary.
Yeah, I hope so. It's just like it's not something I really enjoy eating.
Well, yeah, it's maybe a month or so. Not often, not constant, but a month or so is what we see.
Okay.
So how you feel?
And what could you tell me anything about those missions?
It seems like there's one moment. There are government. There's reptilian energies there. When we connect to it, we feel like reptilian's back, but he's wearing like a backpack, like something like he's gonna, with technology built to it, so he can disappear or something like that. So, yeah, you're part of many government meetings that are part of that. What's going to come through, like a future government, is what it seems like it's being initiated or is put together. Of course, that's been put together for some time. So this feels like it's something to do with Brazil also. They're not going into detail what that means, but you have a connection to Brazil.
The Brazilian government or people in Brazil?
Brazil, more just Brazil. They're not going into government. Well, U.S. government is what you're working on to heal that, but Brazil, I believe, is just like a meeting place, is what I see there.
Oh, I see. For frequencies, I'm Brazilian. So.
Yeah, it's like it's like a meeting place. They're not going to that government's going to be. You know how that goes with that one. Mm-hmm. Well, they do show different versions of government, like as they transition from their current state. Like they all have these different forms they can take. So, you say Venezuela? That was like a failed one, but that was going to be turned around too, and it's in the works still also. So they are being experimented with.
So it's the new Earth,
right?
Administration, I'd say.
Yeah. So Venezuela is a good example. Of course, it's not brought into news for many reasons, but. Mm-hmm. And also, you're going to Kazakhstan. You go there too.
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, you know where that's
Yeah.
your Arab area? Yeah.
So in Kazakhstan, it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I had this. I was there like in a dream, and I requested help for women that were being mistreated there.
Yeah.
How they treat women in that area, and I've seen the I don't know what kind of ETs were, but I know that I was in that ship too, and I was beaming like a greenish blue light down to change the frequency, the minds of those men in there that do not treat women the way they were treated.
Yeah. That's a lot of the elites are there. So when the elites do like their secret meetings, because it's really dark, that it changes the minds of a lot of people. So when they're doing darkness there, it affects the people there. So you're just there to heal it.
Yeah.
There's more connection to that though.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Anana.
Greetings, Atlantean.
Greetings, you.
Happy to be here and connect. I would love to get a message from you guys. What you can tell me about my Atlantean self or whatever, just for the highest good.
One moment. In your lifetimes of, you say even Atlantean lifetimes, you're even, yes, dabbling with the dark, understanding it, but not being pulled fully into it, but finding a balance with it. Understanding where the humans are coming from. Because some are, it's like a new car or something like that. It's a new experience. So understanding darkness within oneself was still, it was fresh. Of course, it's been turned to normal here on this world, but at the beginning, it was still it was being explored. But you had a balance with it. You know how to balance it. Even now, you know how to balance it. So.
Yeah, it makes so much sense about balance.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second question is, can you speak about like my timelines, energies around my body, connection to my body, and where it's going through, like where it's going?
Just the light around your body, just what's coming through.
Like the process of ascending my body. Someone was speaking about body. I'm just interested about that as well.
Oh, well, yeah, you're bringing it in. Well, I see you're very connected to star system Alpha Centauri. I'm not sure if you're too familiar with it, but you seem very connected to those energies they have a lot of peaceful realities there that you're bringing in through yourself. You also see very connected to the Arab world, where you're bringing energies to them. So you work with many in their dream realities for healing. You go into dreams and you just bring a more positive side. When people are going through difficulty, you bring a reality where they can heal. Like some people see another parallel reality of themselves. Usually it's positive. You're more a part of the positive side of it because you see, they have enough darkness here as it is. So the energy that you're bringing in is astral dream energy is what you're bringing around. Is what we see.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful chat.
Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Marvin's questions. I'll read those for him. His first question, he says, fist bump Atlanteans. What's the conversation I was having with this being when I'm at work? I zone out not thinking about thoughts, but I know my higher self is making contact.
Well, yeah, I believe it was with the Palladians, who I can see at least one of them. When are they going to contact humanity? There's a lot of that going on. But also, I feel like you want understanding of the Greys. You want to get on their ships and travel places with them and understand their reality. Because I don't believe you have a deep connection to them. So you're willing to learn more from a human perspective. So you are working with some of the Zetas and just to get more comfortable with their reality. So you go to Zeta realities in your dream world, it seems, part of your astral.
Hey, thank you. Second question. What tribe of the 12 tribes of the Abraham, aka ET families, is my bloodline, royalty? And will my family hear my prayers? And what about my DNA is so important?
Well, I'm not sure if this is a tribe. I feel like, you're connected to Judah. I'm not sure if you can find that in the bloodline or the tribes. Or Judah is just, it has also a Roman connection there. So actually you're very Roman. Very extremely Roman. There's some African connections, but you're probably more Roman than you are anything else. Of course, you're not going to hear that in your DNA test these days. So, all right, what do you feel with that?
Right. The soul connections kind of supersede the DNA. It's only one lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you for that. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again for coming in. Blessings. My first question. The other night I was sitting in meditation and I visualized that I was made of countless floating particles in the shape of my body.
Mm-hmm.
As I sat with this image, the feeling of having a body kind of felt different, almost as if the tension in my body was still present, but it wasn't affecting me. It kind of felt like I wasn't in my body, but more like in between my body. I'd like to know from your perspective, what was I tapping into?
Well, as you know, your higher self, your Arcturian self, yourself as a spiritual teacher in other realities. So I also feel like when you're doing this, you're projecting yourself to other worlds, other places where they're seeing you in the form that you're already on those realities. Like people, you're projecting yourself to your, other versions of yourself. And sometimes your other version will say, hey, this is me on another reality. So, and just to make sure, you were presentable, just to let you know. So, but it seems like you're just projecting yourself to other places, what I can see.
Yeah, that's interesting. I asked another member in the group, and she said sort of like the same thing. I was kind of bilocating myself and traveling all over, and then coming back to my body. And well, that was what she was seeing from her perspective. That's cool, though. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Like when I was in that field, is there any way that I can connect with that kind of energy and work on balancing myself and healing the tension that I have in my body? Or is it more of a kind of like a communication thing?
Well, that energy where you see the particles, you can concentrate on that vibration now, because the body is so heavy, but it has so much knowledge, and it has earth knowledge here. So it has sometimes maybe too much knowledge. So it's just coming into this body is like a weight being tossed on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like your soul is here, and it's like, here's a big weight. So you concentrate more on that energy. You'll feel yourself in other realities that will help you, give you more clarity of, like, when I connect to it, see that other worlds, like, we need the knowledge from Earth. So, like, you were sent here. I mean, you agreed to it, but you're bringing knowledge back to other worlds that you're very connected to that are more peaceful. It's just this life here is like a second, and other realities, like, okay, I'm going to go there for a little bit. It's like 5 minutes there, on another planet here is like a whole life. So reincarnating is not, there's different ways of looking at it. So
I guess it's all subjective to perspective then.
It's all so like this other version, it's like you connect to an incarnation that's already in the works for this. So other versions of you are working on this current incarnation here. And that goes for everybody. And some of your other versions can tap into it. It's like, wait, just a couple more days and I can be able to tap into my other self, another reality. So,
very cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Those are simpler worlds. Yes.
Yeah. For my second question, I just gonna leave it open and see if there's any Atlantean timelines I'm connected to that would like to be made aware for healing and releasing.
One moment. For humans because humans decided for the human program, they didn't have to take that, but it could have been a spiritual program, but decided for the human program where they shut off spirit altogether. It's like we're not going to learn from ourselves if we get help from spirit too much. So they disconnect. So you're part of the disconnect. You're more of one of the last spiritual teachers. Of course, there's dozens, but to bring in basically as a human spiritual, not necessarily as an alien, but just as a conduit for spiritual understanding until you would leave your knowledge and you'll have manuscripts written down of what you said. And of course, most people would forget what you said. So, but yeah, you had a lot of philosophies and knowledge from spirit you brought in before you left, and that's when humanity was closing off the spirit world. This was it's very time of actually Babylon. Babylon was more active.
Yeah, that's not something necessarily I'd want to release. I'd want to reclaim all of those parts and aspects.
Well, yeah, I believe it's more of a reclaim than a release.
Yeah.
As for release, I think you're more reclaiming than releasing at this point.
All right. Sounds good.
Releasing. Well, the releasing part is humanity and its ignorance. Where it's from, and the beings that are causing it, and the beings that are taking advantage of humanity, which there are many.
Yeah, I'm seem to be losing my patience with people's ignorance because we're living in the information age with the internet and everything ready available. But ignorance is not really an excuse anymore,
Well, yeah, they just find some way to be more ignorant. Usually does, but that's them holding on to the physical reality. So that's why they do it. So they don't want to let go of physical reality. So just forget everything, and they're holding on. And they're gonna hold on for another cycle, many cycles. They're getting too much out of it. So.
Yep, definitely. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you again for your assistance and blessings to you.
Blessings to you all. Great. Okay, blessings.